Hi, I'm Nick Hates. I'm a strength coach at the Ottawa Sport Performance Centre, and this is my coworker Eric Page, also a strength coach here. And today we're going to go over 5 stretches in 5 minutes, a pre-game mobility and warm-up drill routine. We got to remember that the importance of warming up is to warm up the muscle tissue, increase mobility, improve performance, and also reduce the risk of injury, which is most important. So today, Eric and I are going to run through some drills, and we'll start off with our first one, which is the seated 90-90 piriformis stretch. If we pretend that this is our bench that we're getting changed on, take a seat. Eric wants to make sure that our leg here is at 90 degrees, and that the goal is to bring his knee down to 90 degrees with his opposite knee. So Eric's obviously a little bit tight in his external rotators, like most of us are. He's going to be feeling the stretch in the outer hip, and it's specifically targeting the piriformis muscle. So this stretch would be meant to be done for about 30 seconds to a minute statically, and obviously he wants to do both sides. Today we're just going to show one side of each stretch. Okay, so the next stretch is going to be one for the quadricep, or the front of the thigh. It's going to come around this side. So again, using our bench, we're going to prop our foot up. You'll just get the camera to come around to see the setup here. He's going to prop his foot up. He's going to try to be as tall as he can, extending his torso and pushing his hips forward to try to feel that stretch in his front thigh. Okay? It's also going to hit a little bit of his hip flexor, which is obviously a very important muscle when it comes to skating. Okay? Quads and hip flexors are heavily involved in skating. So again, go 30 to 60 seconds on each side. Next, we're going to be doing what we call the kneeling adductor stretch. So he's on one knee with his other leg fully extended, and the goal is to rock in and out of this stretch. You can see here, he's moving onto his hands, moving back on his heels, and Eric's really going to feel this stretch on his inner thigh and his adductors. Okay? Another muscle group that's heavily involved in skating. So this is a stretch that's done a bit more dynamically, meaning he's going to be moving in and out through the range of motion of this stretch. Okay, so maybe 10 repetitions per side for this one. Next, he's going to go through what we call a squat to stand. So he's going to assume the squat position, feet about shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider, depending on how tight your hips are, and feet slightly pointing out, or toes slightly pointing out. Eric's going to grab his toes. He's going to bring himself down to a squat position, trying to keep his chest up and maintain a neutral spine. And he's going to pop out of that stretch, straighten his legs, where he's going to feel that more in his hamstrings. So he's cycling between 2 positions that he's going to feel 2 different stretches. So hamstrings and groin at the bottom. Okay? Back to hamstrings at the top, and then back down to inner thigh, groin at the bottom. Okay? And we have one more stretch for you today, which involves a prop or hockey stick. It's going to be to work some rotational mobility through the thoracic region. So he's going to bend at the hips, and maybe we'll get the camera to come around. Bend at the hips, and he's going to rotate. Again, this one's done a little bit more dynamically. We're looking to get a range of motion as far as we can to one side, and as far as we can to the other side, just to make sure that our back is nice and loose, and that our spine is moving properly. And we have some good mobility, some good range through the thoracic region, which is the mid-upper back region here. Okay? So that's 5 stretches you can do within 5 minutes or less before a game. It's going to help you feel a little bit more warm. It's going to stretch your hockey-specific muscles out. And it's going to improve your mobility, increase your performance, and reduce the risk of injury. Have fun and play safe.